Hello physical fiends, how you doing? It's Jordan here yet again with some just announced physical releases. These are games that were just announced in the past week or two. They are not releasing this week. And as always, if you want to pre-order any of the retail games in this episode, please consider using the links in the description. That massively helps me out. You can pre-order from VGP with any of the links below and help the channel. They're a very nice company with worldwide free shipping over 80 Canadian dollars, and I really appreciate that. Pretty Girls Game Collection 4 is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch and PS4 in Europe. Of course, there's not going to be a North American release because of the nutty content that's included in this physical version, at least in the Switch version. I'm not sure about the PS4 one because something tells me Sony wouldn't allow that. But yeah, you get 4 saucy games in one. VGP will be carrying copies for those in North America or around the world who want to add this to their collection. This includes Pretty Girls Breakers Plus, Pretty Girls Tile Match, Pretty Girls 2048 Strike, and Pretty Girls Escape. Curse Crackers is one I'm kind of involved with, considering I help out with premium edition games. I actually made a video about this, was it yesterday or the day before, and some did take umbrage that I was so positive about it, considering I am mildly involved with it. I get the suspicion, but believe me, I mean, if you want to or not, but I genuinely do enjoy this game and I think it's fantastic. There's a standard edition as well as a retro edition, which includes the same stuff, but also a soundtrack CD and a bonus item. If you pre-order it via Premium Edition Games' website, you get a nice unique dog tag for the game. But if you're outside of the USA, then maybe you can check out VGP. They have the same stuff just without the dog tag. Atari 50 Anniversary Collection is getting a physical release on Switch and PlayStation 5. There's even a Steelbook Switch version coming in October, and it's a release that contains the base game plus 2 new timelines to explore, resulting in an additional 39 games, which is kind of insane. I'll probably pick this up in the near future because I was so close to buying the original. A Little to the Left Extra Tidy Edition is getting a physical release on the Switch in October. This is a puzzle game where you sort, stack, and organize household items into a pleasing arrangement. It seems like a quaint game, and this Extra Tidy Edition comes with 60 new levels, which sounds like quite a lot. Personally, I'm way too messy in my real life to dedicate my gaming time to tidying up. The Karate Kid Street Rumble is getting a physical release on Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox in September. This is a beat-em-up licensed tie-in that has some decently appealing pixel art. Kind of looks like the River City Girls games. Could be good, but then you look at the publisher and you have to worry. Nick Jr. Party Adventure is getting a physical release on Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox, releasing in October. This is a cute puzzle platformer that kids may enjoy as it mashes together various Nick Jr. franchises. Dora, Paw Patrol, anyone with a toddler will immediately recognize half of the cast. It's developed by Outright Games, so I would assume it's going to be acceptable. Skautfold Into the Fray is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 via Red Art Games. Their website is currently offline after a cyber attack, but there is a North American release in a standard and deluxe edition which only has 500 units and you can get from Video Games Plus. This is supposed to be a pretty decent top-down action shooter. Monopoly 2024 is getting a physical release on Switch, PS5, and Xbox. Now, I'm pretty sure there's already a physical version of Monopoly on these consoles, so I don't know what the difference is between this one and the old one, and I don't believe it's worth my time to check because no one's gonna buy it anyways. Transformer Galactic Trails is getting a physical release on Switch, Xbox, PS4, and PS5, and of course it's being developed by Outright Games, just like the Nick Jr. game, and this one is also releasing in October. They have to start ramping up for Christmas. Unknown 9 Awakening is releasing physically on Xbox and PlayStation 5 sometime this year, and I think this is a very intriguing game as you can warp into enemies and then control them to do the dirty for you. Of course, this has been done since, like, Avenging Spirit, but, it's nice to see it in a modern setting, a modern era of gaming, I mean, and is being published by Bandai, so yeah, some nice pedigree in there. Dynasty Warriors Origins was announced a while back, but now we finally have confirmation of a physical release on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. It was never in doubt, but you know, it's nice to know for sure. I saw the trailer and I'm mildly optimistic about it. I don't know. If you watched my Three Kingdoms video game retrospective over on A Bit More Jordan, my other channel, you'll know that I dropped off this franchise due to the evolutionary direction it went in. I mean, I preferred DW3 over all the other games. That's the GOAT for me. Fingers crossed they can go back to that. I doubt it because, you know, in gaming, bigger means better. I'll probably buy it and give it a shot though. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection, that's pretty much what it says on the tin, a bunch of early Yu-Gi-Oh! Games together on a Nintendo Switch cartridge, including 2 that never released in the West until now. The full games list has not been revealed yet, but I think old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans will be in heaven, especially if it's really as thorough in those old portable games. Enotria, I don't know how to say that, the last song, is a Souls-like game releasing on PlayStation 5 and Xbox in September. It's got a Mediterranean, maybe Italian or Greek vibe to it, and I think it looks great. Although the trailer seems to indicate it's mostly focused on battles rather than exploration, which might get tiresome for me, I don't know. Alright, let's just have some quick import announcements. There's only 2, but if you pre-ordered these down below, you can also get an extra 5% off with the code Jordan24. River City Saga, Three Kingdoms Next, is releasing on the Switch and PlayStation 4 in November in Japan and Asia with English. The sequel to one of my favorite Kunio-kun games and a really nice import exclusive. This picks up from the first game at the Battle of Chibi and will probably end at Wuzhang Plains, despite the main character being Guan Yu, who was dead before then. But who needs realism in a Kunio-kun game? Looks like a lot of fun and I can't wait. Also, for some reason, the Japanese version is really quite cheap. Pre-orders are only like $22. That's a lot cheaper than the original, although the Asian version is a bit more expensive. So who knows, I can't wait for this. Shogun Showdown is releasing in Japan in October on the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5, and it will have English. PlayAsia currently don't say that, but I've seen other Japanese websites say that it does. It's a turn-based combat game with roguelike and deck building elements, because of course it does. I'm so sick of it. I am sure it's good though. It's got like 10 out of 10 ratings all over the place. What do I know? And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a few new announcements from the past week or 2. Please let me know which new announcement is taking your fancy, and if you'd like to pre-order any of them, then please consider using the links in the description and the pinned comment. That really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate your support. I hope you all had a magnificent weekend and continue to do so, because you still got Sunday left, right? Make the most of it.